All right, welcome back to essentially part 2 of my unboxing. I had to cut it short because I only had less than a minute left to cover my last model. Let's zoom out a little bit here. And that model is the Interactive Series Boeing 777 Freighter by FedEx from Gemini Jets. So there's the box, or at least the front of the box. And then here is the flap. And we got registration November 889 Foxtrot Delta. And this, there we go. That item number there is GJFDX 2140. All right. And again, like I said, this is an interactive series. This is my first interactive 777 freighter. I think I have 3 interactive 747 freighters. One is, I think one's a -8 freighter, and I think the other, I don't know, one of them's a -400 freighter for sure. One for sure is a -8, but I don't know what the third, I don't remember what the third one is. But anyway, so here is the cradle. So you can see all the parts there that we have to set up to appropriately show this model. But first I'm going to just show you the model without the doors installed. Or at least in the closed configuration. I assume that this comes in a closed configuration like the 747s do. Like I said, this is my first one of the interactive 777 freighters, so I'm not sure what to expect. Alright, so there we have that. And we got the little, this comes with a little tool in there. Hopefully you can see that. A little tool in there that helps pull the parts out once you have them in there. Particularly in the closed configuration, I believe it's mainly what that is, because you obviously can just grab the part and pull it out when it's in the open configuration. All right, I'm just going to dump these parts out on the table because I'm so scared I'm going to lose little parts when I do that. Anyway, let's see. I think this door. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting if that's how it works. So this door, even the closed configurations have the door where it slides into the top, the part at the top that the open configuration slides into. So that's interesting. All right, so there's the closed configuration on that side. I'll hold it up a little bit. So that's kind of what it looks like closed. And I will need that little tool to pull that out to put it in the open configuration, which is how, I mean, basically if you're going to get the interactive ones, you really shouldn't complain about how it looks when it's in the closed configuration, because really I feel like the purpose of these particular models is to display them open and receiving cargo and things. So, you know, if you want to have a little bit of both, you know, buy some that aren't the interactive, and those are going to be the ones that have already been loaded up and stuff, because you don't have all those gaps And then the interactive ones are the ones that are on the ramp receiving cargo and stuff. Because it's really difficult to have it look as good in the closed configuration as it does in the open configuration on these models for these parts. So there's really not any point in complaining about that. Okay, so like this front door here is actually kind of tight. I don't want to push it in too much, even though I have that tool to pull it out. But anyway, so that's the front cargo hold on the bottom on the starboard side. And then this piece here, that piece there is going to be the bottom cargo door on the starboard side. So there you go. That one fits in a little, it doesn't fit in quite as tightly. So we hopefully will be able to get that one out easily. So anyway, so this is what it looks like basically in the closed configuration. And yes, there are seams. That's just, I feel like that's just the nature of the beast. So there you have it in the closed configuration. I guess I can get a little bit closer. Get a little closer so you can see the closed configuration. Push this back a little bit. All right. So the little spin for the closed configuration. The model looks really nice, by the way. Gemini Jets always does a pretty good job with their colors and printing detail. I don't have near the problem with the cockpit windows on this one as some of the other ones I opened earlier, but they still seem maybe a little bit wonky. But anyway, so here is, ooh, that's all my hand. So there it is in the closed configuration. Let me pull this little tool out of here so I can get the parts out, because they didn't fall out as I was holding it up to the camera. So the fit is, even on the stuff that was not really tight, the fit seems to be a pretty nice tight fit, so those parts won't fall out. But again, like I said, the interactive is, I feel like, is mainly for displaying open. So using the closed configuration is probably not what most people are going to be doing. So let me get these parts out. I'm not sure if I can get this on camera very well, but the hole is right here. You go in there and you twist it and you pull it out. So there's the main cabin cargo door is now taken out. On the starboard side, the front cargo door, like I said, is a little bit tight, and it's actually okay. Well, there we go. All right, for a minute there I didn't think that was going to pull out, so maybe I can take a file to that and get it not quite so tight. But again, why would I be displaying it in the closed configuration? So anyway, not bad for shaky hands. I was able to get that little, this little tip. Ooh, you can't see that. Okay. Get that little tip in the very, very little hole. Alright, so let's get this set up for open configuration. So here's the front cargo door. There's the front one. Here's the door for the rear. Make sure I got that in there right. Okay, that looks like that's in there. And then the other side, the big door for the main floor. He goes in there just like this. Ooh, got to be careful with that one. That one slides in there really easily. So, meaning it's very loose. So, be careful. Always, when you get these, know you're going to probably try both closed and open configurations, but don't force things, and make note when you have parts that seem loose, because you don't want to lose those parts. Alright, so we will do the spin on this one too. And there you have it. The main floor cargo door is open on the port side. Unfortunately, and I guess it's just the 200 scale one that has the L1 door that can be open and closed. It would have been nice to have it where that could be open, but as you can see, that part would be fairly small. I mean, these parts are already small. But anyway, so here we turning starboard side with the cargo doors open on the baggage floor part of the plane. So that's kind of cool. I do actually have some loaders and stuff, but I probably could use some more since I'm getting a little bit more cargo in my collection. Really pleased with this model. I have a decent amount of FedEx and a decent amount of UPS in my collection. I have a DHL, or maybe two DHLs, but they are in the old white and red livery and not in the yellow and red livery. And I know sometimes that's contracted out, so another company actually operates the airplanes. I don't have any of those either. And I think the December Gemini Jets is offering a DHL that is actually North American registration. I will probably get that one. It's just, again, these things are getting so expensive that I'm having to get pickier and pickier on what I'm going to add to my collection. We'll wait and see if that one ends up in my collection. I feel like I kind of need it, but but I don't necessarily have to have it since there's other things that take priority over it. Well, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed what is essentially part 2 of my unboxing. We just zoom out here and take a look at everything I opened today. So we got the JetBlue replacement models. And of course the balloon's tail still had gear, front gear needs to be replaced. I got my first 787-800 with British Airways. So that was my other wide body plane. And it looks really nice. Got my Delta A220-100 on what I presume is the Gemini Jet's new mold for that, so they don't have to contract to Herpa. And then I got the Caribbean 737 MAX 8. It looks really nice. With its hummingbird on the tail. And then we started off the last video with American Airlines A320 with fence tips and a questionable color. Maybe not quite as bad as the last release was, but still potentially too dark. So I don't know what to think about that. I'll get a little bit closer view here. So there's the 787, the A220 for Delta, the Federal Express 777F, the Caribbean 737 MAX 8, the American A320 with fence tips, and then down there at the end, my 2 replacement models for JetBlue. Still going to have to do a glue job on the balloon's tail, but it definitely could be worse. And my JetBlue Prism tail is more or less perfect. So that will do it for these 2 videos. I will probably release them at basically the same time, since that FedEx freighter was supposed to be part of the unboxing. Unfortunately, I don't know how to splice this one with the first video, so there'll be 2 different videos. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and hey, let me know if you got any of these or how you feel about any of these. And let me know if you got the JetBlue, were your JetBlues kind of messed up. My retailer told me when I emailed him about the first JetBlues that I got, that at least he as a retailer was having an issue with the JetBlues also. So I don't know why Gemini and even NG has batches that just don't seem to work out right. But let me know how your JetBlues turned out, if you had to get replacements or if you had to glue parts back in. That'd be interesting to know. So anyway, that'll do it for these 2 videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you the next time.